I've decided that I'm going to go ahead with the project to put in track number 3. Track number 3 will be an elevated track. Most of the run will be above track number 1. That also gives me the option later on, if I decide to get this ambitious, to put in a track number 4 over the track number 2 where it is right now. I'm going to start doing my elevation, building it up and getting up to grade all the way back behind where Skeeter's Bait Shop is, just the other side of that water feature. And that's going to give me more length, more linear inches to get up to the grade that I want to achieve. Once I'm at a grade level, that the elevation that I need to achieve, I'll swing it out over track number 1 and it'll become the elevated track number 3. So I'm going to start with taking things apart and disassembling some track on the passing siding and on the dead end siding here in order to get some of the pieces that I'll need to build track number 3. It is day 2 on my construction project to add a track 3 on a second level of my layout. I spent yesterday most of the time disassembling the track sidings that I had placed on the layout. You can see where I've disassembled the siding that was the passing siding and left that out of the way. And as we scan across slowly to the other side, you can see I also disassembled the dead end siding, and that's kind of what remains of it. That's just track sitting loosely on the table there. I made a couple of other changes in my thinking as I went along. One of them is this switch that was here where the passing siding joined the track 2. I'm eliminating that for the time being. And I'm going to have to do some excavating. I'll have to get some, maybe some dynamite or something to take that one hill out of there, or part of that hill out of there, and make a railroad cut through that to bring the railroad across. As I've calculated this out, it appears to me that I can get to 5.5 inches for sure when I get down to where I'm going to be coming across with the track 3, where I'm going to come across track 1 and track 2 and then go overhead above track 1. I can get to at least 6 inches by the time I get back to the point where I'm moving track 3 above track 1 or track 2, and then easily 6 inches when I am running it over above track 1. Track 1 is the outside loop where the Polar Express freight is running. Track 2 is the inner loop where the Polar Express passenger train is running. So today I'm going to continue with that project of building up an elevated track. On this area over here, I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit and maybe we'll get you a better look at it. As I'm working on this over here, you can see I've started to elevate that track, and I'll be up about 1 inch by the end of that section that is kind of hanging in the air there. I'll be up at least 2 inches by the time I'm across the Polar Express bridge where that one section of Fastrack is laying on its side. I'll continue going up about 1/2 inch every 10 to 12 inches as I come through that cut where I'm going to make that cut through the hill there. And I'll end up with the track lining up fairly close to where the end is of that 036 curve section is laying there, and then it'll continue along pretty much straight across from where I have those extra cars sitting on that piece of loose track right there. That will be what I'm working on today, is trying to get the track built up. I'm staying pretty much on the same roadbed where the passing siding was until I get across the Polar Express bridge. Once I get across the Polar Express bridge, that's where it'll deviate and it'll come across, and I'm going to have to cut through that hill that I have right there. That'll be a bit of a challenge. I don't want to destroy any more than I have to, but some demolition is definitely going to be in order. That's where I'm at. It's an ongoing project, probably going to be a few days until I can finish this up. And I'm going to also have to wait for materials to come in. Since we're in the middle of the coronavirus lockdown, it's not as simple as just placing an order with a supplier today and they ship it out tomorrow. There's some delays in getting parts and delays in getting pieces that I'm going to need. So I'm going to try to figure out exactly what I'm going to need for track today also, so I can place an order later today and eventually it'll get here and I'll be able to finish this. I also want to acknowledge some really great comments that I received from subscribers. Really appreciate the comments. It was some really good ideas, and one of them gave me a link to another YouTube channel where he has got just a superb layout, and there was a crossover that he did in the middle and some other ideas that he had that I just thought were superb, and I'm going to put a link below to that video as well. I'm going to maybe try to steal some of his ideas as I go along with my layout. In the meantime, this is an ongoing project. Keep tuning in. We'll keep you up to date. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe below and click the bell, and you'll be kept up to date every time I post a new video on showing the progress on this project. And if you could give me a thumbs up below, I appreciate that. As always, thanks for watching.